Y'all, I love whistling. I know that has nothing to do with language arts, but I was just whistling before I started this video, so if it felt like I could tell you that. I like whistling. I do it randomly. Anyway, this is Tuesday's language arts video, so welcome back to another video of language arts. Okay, so today for spelling, you guys are still working on your homographs. Be practicing hearing both words, both ways of saying some of those words, so that if I say it either way, you know what I'm talking about. Today you are just writing it once in print and once in cursive. Please make sure you do that. I do check to make sure it's once of each. Okay, for grammar today, you guys are looking at facts about the moon. So it says, when the lit portion of the moon is growing, the moon is waxing. When the lit portion of the moon is shrinking, the moon is waning. So a few things to pay attention to. Number one, you only have to copy it once. That's it. You're copying it once. The second one, as always, please make sure your M's have 3 humps unless they're connected to an O, after an O. If you look at moon, the M comes before the O, so it still has 3 humps. The only time your M should have 2 humps is if it's after an O. Your N should always have 2 humps. Some of you connect 2 N's and make it 3 humps, but that just makes it an M. So make sure if you have 2 N's next to each other, looking to see if you do today. It doesn't look like you do, but just keep in mind, if you have 2 N's next to each other, they should be 2 humps, separate things. And then if it's after an O, it's going to be 1 hump. But if it's before an O, it's 2. So that's the biggest thing I need you guys to make sure of, as well as making sure that like any capital T's or anything definitely look like those letters. But again, for today's, that's not going to be a huge issue. So just make sure you copy it in your best possible cursive, okay? And then today we are talking about cinquains in our writing, okay? So a cinquain poem, kind of like cinquente, or cinco, cinquain. I couldn't think of the word for a minute. It means 5. So there are 5 lines to this, and each one, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to 1. So it's kind of like a diamante, but it doesn't stop at the middle and then go back down. It goes all the way through 4 and then back to 1. So it's slightly different. All right, so if you look at your paper, it gives you an explanation. So the first line is 2 syllables or 1 word, and it's the title. The second line is going to be 4 syllables or 2 words, and it's going to be describing the title. So as you look at this, I don't care which one you do. I don't care if you do syllables or if you do words, but it has to be consistent throughout. So if you're going to do 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, then just worry about the words, not the syllables. If you would rather do syllables, then you have to make sure it's 2 syllables, 4 syllables, 6 syllables, 8 syllables, and then 2. Okay? So just make sure you focus on one or the other and don't mix them up. And make sure you follow the format that it says. So like it's the title, it describes the title, it's expressing action, expressing a feeling, and then another word for the title. Okay, so just make sure you're following that format. You're going to write 2 because there's one at the top that says, give it a try. And then there's one at the bottom that says, pick a subject and give it a try. Okay, so if you look at the one in the middle, it says triangles, pointy edges, revolving, rotating, angling. Triangles are all different, 180 degrees. All right, so I made my own. Please do not use this. You create 2 of your own. But I did mine based off of words, the amount of words. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 1. All right, so I put paper. I can't read it backwards. 4 corners, writing, folding, tearing. It's made from trees. 8.5 by 11. That is the length of a normal sheet of paper, 8.5 inches by 11 inches. So that's why I put that at the bottom. Okay, so it's pretty simple. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Or if you're going by syllables, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 2. And then you just have to make sure it's the noun, adjectives, verbs, essentially, something that describes it, a feeling about it, like they're made from trees. great, just a statement, and then one other one that relates back to this, okay?